Alright, don't mind this too. But look, getting back to point, right? Okay, getting back to point. So people talking about a reverse pole shift. I just wanted to tell y'all the meaning of it and a scientific explanation. But most of it is going to be shown through an illustration. This is entertainment purposes only. Hit the like, hit the subscribe button, and now let's continue. Okay, so a lot of stuff I was talking about is dealing with pathology, chemistry, and biology, dealing with you, right? And how you're connected to the firmament, how this is all a reflection of your DNA, and you will only see a reflection of DNA through memory. So this is a memory, pretty much. Okay, so a device has been activated because we were set in the 6D, the sixth dimension, right? So the device, the DEA device that was activated, the DEA device stands for the Death Star, right? Which stands for the Death device, which stands for rebirth. The Death device stands for a double electrode applicator hydraulic. It's like some shit from Austin Powers dealing with Dr. Evil's layers and these different bases that look like triangles with deltas. Delta means denoting a new energy, right? So this is a delta. The triangle. Okay, let's flip this around. Triangle means delta. Okay. D, which is the fourth letter in the alphabet, dealing with the Greek translation because English is Greek, Hebrew, and Spanish, right? So letter wise, D is the fourth energy, which ties to two parallels, right? Because look, A plus B equals C. I did that wrong. Look, all right, so A, I mean A plus B, because boom, 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 boom. Said left and right of the brain denotes a gamma energy to your first eye, right? Which is C equals gamma 72, which means pole shift, okay? Because the and when gamma is denoted, goes to the rule, come up, that energy comes back up and denotes a higher self, right? Denotes a higher energy. So when that gamma, which is the 72, which represents the pole shift, the pineal is the C. Comes up, denotes a new energy because that's what delta means. Delta, so dealing with two parallels, okay, class? Dealing with two parallels, we have AD and you have BC, okay? Now, 2023 deals with the E. You feel me? That makes it a common denominator dealing with the split, okay? Because two lines, which really it would be a split like this, because this represents the meridian, or in other words, the 33. Okay, because this the B will be 90, the C will be 180, because the energy is going to go down, just like the upside down pyramid. I mean, yeah, the upside down triangle is the UV index. So what comes from the sun? The energy comes down to the roots, comes back up, and denotes a higher energy. That's why it has to go through 90 degrees, 180, 270, 360 to be a whole circle. Feel me? A whole 360. But you have 4 quarters. It has to hit 4 parts of the grid. You feel me? The energy creates an aura circle because of the current that's being created. And then it goes into a higher self. The one goes into the two goes, the one goes into the two goes into the three, and then that creates uh the next one. Now you have four. Now it does the same thing, creates five. Boom. Now you got six. So the thing about oh shit. So the thing about this, right? We're gonna say this is 2017. Shit. No, 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 no. We're gonna say 2017 was represented with a gamma because what does delta mean? It's the fourth letter. D. What does D mean? It's a symbolism as triangle. What does triangle means? Denoting. Oh, I didn't even write that. Denoting a higher energy in the direction it proceeds. And, okay, so let's say this again, class. All right, so what is delta? It's the fourth letter of the alphabet represented as a triangle, and if math and science, well, science it means denoting a higher energy in the direction it proceeds in, which is your 90, 180, 270, 360. All right. So that being said, two seven two. All right. So we're gonna stick on. All right. 2017. The upside down triangle was the UV index. Why? Because delta. You guys can look this up. Delta means radio communications. It also means. Uh, it also means ultraviolet. It also means changing the underlying asset dealing with business, changing the price and all that. You feel me? So it means a lot if you look up delta and these different meanings with math, science, uh, business. It's a hedging method, right? Dealing with this cron system. All right, so we're gonna say 2017 was the red light, okay? Because it was a gamma red because of the frequency that was allowed. Okay, but when this red UV hit the planet 2017, uh, I know a shift happened with me and I was able to see through a wall, but that ties to the pineal transferring the infrared light, right? And through me being getting scared at a moment or something else I thought that was going on, and being mad that my chaos energy activating with it. So I was able to see through a wall through with frequencies, kind of like how the snake actually can see, but it sees with frequencies. They said the snake was blind last time I heard, but I debunked that because they have a pit organ, which is a representation of the pineal. It does the same thing. So that ties into X-ray vision, just like Superman. Okay, getting back to the next point, that's what happened to me. I had a little Superman type experiment. I saw through darkness and saw through the wall, saw the key turning inside the lock. Okay, so this is how I know the 7 years tribulation started here. Okay, really 2016, but it started to settle on a physical state 2017. Okay, remember 2016 wasn't probably over till April 2016. So those two gates that happened, April 27th going into May and July 27th going into August, that denoted a higher energy. Okay, leaving the other 2 quarters to finish out the cycle to go into two, right? So then that's when you have your one and your two, your left and your right. That left and the right has to denote energy to create the vortex. Okay, because if you think about it, dimension, well, yeah, dimension is measurements of energy. So it's talking about the points that's coming together because D, 7D, right, means the triangle. So if you have seven triangles or six triangles, six triangles is going to make a hexagon energy dealing with a hex tied to religion. That's what hexagon means. A spell tied to these religion holidays, which they're going to be having them tied around these gates. It's going to be tied to one, two, three. That's 1 quarter. 4, 5, 6. That's the 2nd quarter. Then you have 9, no, 7, 8, 9, which is the 3rd quarter. Then you have 10, 11, 12. The thing about 10, 11, 12, because there's no number greater than 9, it repeats. So the repeat actually represents a rebirth because 11, 10, 11, 10, 12 is 1, 2, 3. 3 represents rebirth. So 4 quarters is 3, 6, 9, 12 because it's 1, 2, 3. So you have your 3 months, then another 3 months, then another 3 months, then another 3 months. The 3 months, 10, 11, 12 is supposed to be July through August. Only way they have winter because it heats up more from October to winter in reality. Because to create even more cold, you need more heat. Okay? So that debunks that. Okay? So look, 3693 is a cardinal. It's also the cycle. It's just the 12 represents the rebirth because when it goes one, two, three, it needs a rebirth of the diamond like that to denote into a higher energy to get E, F, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and H. So now that's another diamond. And then it keeps going and keep going and keep going, right? So dealing with the alphabet, you will have 4 diamonds. two alternates, two parallels. So that ties back to six zodiacs, six verse six, which is 66 plus 6 equals 72. Magic square. The magic square deals with a dimensional cube. I don't know if I spelled that right, but I'm looking at two different things. Look, a dimensional cube, which 4, 5, 6, as in played in shooting dice, right? Shooting dice, you saw how I drew that? You got one like that, then you have a reflection. It's the same thing. It's just like if it was in a mirror, it'd be a reflection. That's why it's not really opposite. So the parallel is a reflection of itself. Just like in the inside of your body and the outside of your body is split between uh, consciousness, right? Because you can control outside of you and inside of you with your brain. So look, but when it connects, it makes this box, right? From these different points. 4, 5, 6, the light is begins to break this. You feel me? But 4, 5, 6 represents the cube, the dimensional cube, dealing with C low, the game, the gambling game. But C is a note. Reverse frequency is the low because the reverse pole shift is tying back to what I was saying about this. For you guys that didn't want to finish the video, then you probably or just missed the point. Because if you don't understand this shit, I can't just say one part for you to understand it. I have to literally break this down, especially explaining it in a way that no one else is explaining it. I'm explaining Egyptian shit right now, symbolism, just from a simple pyramid. And I'm not upset. I'm just passionate about what the hell I'm talking about. I mean, if your energy is picking up on that, then you're also going to miss the point because that's not the energy. You think I should, bro? All right. Anyways, I'm not even going to get into that. So look, the thing about this shift, right? The UV, remember, delta means denoting energy. So if you look at my symbol, you have a pyramid down like this. This represents the sun, UV. I'm not making this shit up because delta, you can look it up for yourself. Delta symbol is this. So when you see Egyptian writings and shit like that, and you see the upside down or chakras and shit like that, it's talking about the UV as it comes down. So boom, it denotes the energy because when it denotes the energy coming down, you feel me? The energy that it precedes in the ether, it comes and hit us on a ground state, right? So now you have this pyramid. This pyramid represents the ground, okay? So on the reverse under us and the other parallel, that's when you deal with your sun below, okay? Because then that harness energy also. You feel me? This is how the plane works, okay? So look, so this is talking about the firmament beneath the ground, I guess. So boom, comes back up though, right? each cycle it starts. So 2017, it did that. 2020, this happened. From the 2017, 2000, really 2016 to 2017 energy, because that was a whole dimension together. It's just the Gregorian calendar is going to say 2017 for the most part, but it was still 2016. So, but it was still the beginning of 2017 going into the August and July. You feel me? I mean, from April to the rest of the year 2017. So look, peep game. So 2020 denoted that. So you have this 2017. Now you have this 2020, right? Now is dealing with 2023 doing the same thing that happened in 2017, which was gamma, okay? 72. 72 represents the pole shift because that's where the pole is going back to, tying back to the Indian Ocean around that area code. Okay, tying back to the east, that still ties back to Egypt and Jerusalem, which ties to the Americas still because it's right there. If you put it around a 360, so the same thing, the gamma that's coming is going to be 2023 because 2017 was the red, right? Was the red because of the frequency that was allowed from the ozone layer being up. The thing about my little shift, my experience I had with like Superman X-ray vision, that was dealing with um it didn't last that long because and my theory is because the ozone layer wasn't the magnetic field was still up. So now that it's more depleted, when the it's going to be a higher frequency, which creates the green light because the green is a higher frequency than red, right? We're talking about spectrums of light. So when this gamma hits 2023, 2023 does not end till April 1st or March 31st, right? So 2023 is really not over till April. But the thing is, there's a 6D cycle. If you want to see how I got to the 6D, stay tuned because I really have to break that down. Okay, so look, just draw a circle, right? Because this is how what the Egyptians meant why they liked frequencies and geometrical shapes. Because, like I said, 6D deals with six different points that denotes a higher state, which is the seven. And then the seven different points denotes a higher state and gets eight. Feel me? That's when different shapes come in different play because it's talking about alignments. The six deals with a hex that ties to religion, which ties to the god spell, right? So look, I only said the hex to religion because Agon as a word ties to the religion practices and tied to the hex. I'm not just saying shit to say it. All right, so look, if you look at a clock, we starting from the beginning with this, y'all. This is why I first tried to start off with. Hopefully this video comes out clear because my volume is not that great on this Android. So let's get it. So on the clock, you have a 12, you have a 3, you have a 9. Oh, no, I'm sorry. You have a 6, and you have a 9, right? On the compass, you have 360 north. So the 12 is north, right? Now on east, you have 90 degrees, and east is 3. Now 6, you have 180 degrees, and 6 is south. 9, you have 270 degrees, and 9 is west. Okay? So dealing with the sun, it goes around the 360 and hits these points. That's when you get this from, because 3 creates the aura. Oh, 3 actually creates the triangle. That's the triangle down. The triangle up is the 6, and the 9 creates the aura from the energy around it. Now you have these spaces, right? You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, right? So those are the 9 spaces, the 9 points it hits as it goes around the 360. Okay? This is the sunspots it hits as it goes around the 360. These flares, these CMEs and stuff, yes, it goes around the 360. And as since 2017, going on the scale, it goes higher and higher. Now I'm about to teach you the Hertz scale that resonates with the year with the DNA, because your DNA picks up on the hertz and resonates with the hertz with the memory as it you were my bad. The DNA, no, the hertz resonates with the DNA like you're in that year dealing with memory. Okay? It resonates with the memory like that year. Okay? So it started a hertz scale, which is really what the little blue beam shit is about. It's a device for ascension type shit. They're observating so they can see what the fuck they want to know. But this shit they already know, because this was what they were using to manipulate. So if I'm breaking the code down to my reflections, it breaks their system. Period. Okay. I'm already putting it on an automated system, so it's already cool. It's just collectively being aware of the timelines and the manipulation. This ties down to it. Okay, so we have the 9 points. Sun goes around, boom. As it goes around once, that's one. Goes around two, that's two. Goes around three, that's three. Goes around again, four. And keeps going and keeps going. Now you have what you call a solar system. Okay, how many planets is it? Is it like 7 or 9 or some shit? Okay, so then boom, that ties to your 9. Okay, so look, let's going around back to this though, because you have to understand the clock and the compass is to track the energy of the sun. Okay, that's what you have to understand. The clock and the compass is to track the energy of the sunspots, the dimension. You feel me? Because 2023 is actually the sixth dimension, meaning we were set in the sixth dimension to go through this shit. Okay? So when it skips during the sixth dimension. Okay, it skips past 2023 into a higher state. Okay, so that memory is going to seem like futuristic, but the body is going to pick it up on a physical state. It's not going to be this conscious talk. So yeah, you're going to hear a lot of spiritual people talking. I don't know who the hell they be talking about because I don't really hear anyone talk about 9D and shit like that no more, or ether like that. Um, Last where I stopped off was Rashad Jamal and maybe uh Malachi York. I haven't heard too much of him though. But the thing I remember hearing is what he was saying resonate to what I'm teaching right here. And now I'm starting to realize this is some Tahuti shit. But look though, the clock and the compass is to track the sunspots. Okay? So we can know the dimension because it's a measurement of quantum cycles. That's when you're dealing with dimensions. Just like I said, how it goes around the 360, it's just like the solar system. So boom, it's just we're dealing with more energy that's not really normal because the ozone layer. So the more it depletes, the more energy we're dealing with. The energy is already there. You feel me? It's just weakening the field. So now we're experiencing six. So the thing is, you have to count by 90. 90, 180, 270, 360. That's one. Now, for, let's see, 360 plus 90 is what? 450. All of this is going to come out to 9. Okay? That's what makes it a divine thing. Nine, 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 nine. So that's how you would know if it's correct because that always has to match up with nine. So 450 plus 90, that's why there's no number greater than nine. It's just higher intervals. Okay? It's a higher state of itself. Okay? So a nine ether is a higher state of itself in each parallel that it's in, which, like, say 1 through 10, right? But in a higher state, it's 11 through 20, but that's represented as 100. I mean, it's represented as uh 10 through 100, counting by the tens place. And then that's represented as 100 through 900, counting by the hundreds place as you go into a higher state. So on this state, let's talk about it. So 360 is 1. Okay, 450. Now you get uh 540. Then you get 60, 630. Then you get 720. Then you get um. You just gonna miss it. That's on y'all. Look, you're just gonna get 8810. Y'all could draw this with me so you can have reference. 810, right? So 810, what hurts is that dealing with, right? On the body. I think 8 is around, because 7.83 or 783 deals with the eye, and dealing in 800 is in between that 9, so that's dealing with the crown, right? So at the 3, right, I hope y'all just stay with me, man. Stay with me. Because if you just stay, you're going to get the message. Feel me? So let's say it went around 363 times. We're at the 810. Now that denoted the energy to hit the crown. 800 hertz is dealing with the body, dealing with frequencies on a physical state. It started dealing with the crown. So when you got into the fourth, was 810 plus 90, 999. Uh, Now you get 1080. Then you get, I think I did that wrong. 1000. Okay, so you get 1000, um, 21 to 70. No, this is one, yeah, blah, blah, blah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1070. That's dealing with the crown starting to denote at a higher state, dealing with your 144. So now you get to 1070. 1070 plus 90 is 1200 and hold on. I don't want to keep erasing because I have a pen, so I have to make sure I do this right. 1070, 30, 60, 260. You see how all these numbers match up 9 to make it divine. Boom. So 1260 plus 90 equals what? 13, 13, uh, 50. And when you get to the ninth part, this is like the third quarter of the cycle, which my years, I say, starts April 1st as New Year's to April. So if it's 2023, 2023 is not over till April, okay? And the ninth quarter is what I was trying to say with 6D cycle being 1890, 1980, 2070, um, 2160 hertz. DNA resonates. Shit, my bad. DNA resonates with it. Memory with the year on timeline. So say if we were time traveling, we went back. This sun is a G-force state at regular. So if we were at the end of the timeline, that would tie to for the year 4000 when we fail. Okay? Year 4000 when we fail. Because that ties to the 11th dimension. To get there, you have to go back to this boring shit that I was doing over here. Okay? I'm not, you just have to get what I'm saying, you have to see what I'm breaking down. Okay? So 1350, okay? So we get here to the west, to the 9, to the third quarter, uh, to the snake. the snake portal, because that deals this deals with the cherubim will, Ezekiel's will. I'm explaining Ezekiel's cherubim will to you, because these are the four quarters. All right, let's put it like this. Let's say April. Yeah, let's do it like that. April 27th. Um, July. Oh fuck. No. April 27th. Let's say July 27th. This is October. I should have left it what it was. Okay. April, let's say April's right here. July 27th. July 27th. October 27th. And 12 January 27th. Okay? Because what does a new year a repeat a new start, right? A new start, right? Supposed to be January, but really it starts in the rebirth, which is the 3, which is April. That's when it denotes into the 7. I'm only saying the 7 because we're reading this illustration. We got to the 4th part dealing with the 6. So after 1350, you get what? 1,440 hertz. Okay? And then after that, you got a higher frequency dealing with 360. But 4D, okay, because this right here, these numbers right here is dealing with 4D. So 4D denoted the 144,000 with a hertz, and it resonated with that as the year dealing with memory, because you're only going to activate that with memory, because then it's going to reflect in the physical and you're going to reveal truth. Okay, so look, because then the intuition could be manif- manifested into the physical as an action, as a verb, right? That thought becomes a verb, an action in the physical. You feel me? So that's why they're scared of people tapping in, because your thoughts, your memory can actually become a physical thing, because now you're remembering how you did so. Okay? If you've seen yourself doing something that actually dealt with truth from your memory, then you can manifest it into the physical. Like if you saw yourself flying, you will start picking up science on how you can fly, like dealing with your chi and all that extra shit. Okay, so now we gotta make a new circle. So 4D denoted the 144 hertz, because the UV, okay, the UV, the sun ray, the UV was hitting you, the planet Kai Shu Tef Ra, was hitting the planet, the air, changing the energy, changing the blood of the body. Okay? So look, because if it's changing it outside of you, the outside of you is the blood. Shu deals with the air of blood. Tef deals with the body of the blood. Okay? So when it deals with you, that's the outside of you. This and that. That's how it deals with you. The inside of you still deals with the four elements: Shu, Tef, Ra is fifth because it activate the six, the blood. Okay, the carbon and the hydrogen, which is in your blood. Okay, which is in your air in your body, which is in the outside of you. Okay, so let's get it. So we came to 4D, denoting the hundred, the 144 from the 1,400 hertz. But you have to remember 1,000 hertz is a frequency dealing with above you, chakra wise, wisdom. Okay, look at the chakras and the frequencies tied to the brain. The brain stops, the frequencies that's tied to the body is 900. When you go higher, now you're dealing with higher self. So if you were able to denote that energy within, it was coming for the 4D, denoting on a physical state. I'm talking about physical states. This denoted something within you when it sparked this 144,000 in the brain to go higher. It needed a jump start to go higher because within you could have did a 4, 5, 6, which is another triangle. Then you denoted a 7, 8, 9, and then denoted a 10, 11, 12, and just kept denoting and denoting and denoting. When you go higher, um, 6, 13, 14, 15, that denotes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in you already. 5 stars in you on a physical state if you kept going higher. If you went if you went 16, 17, 18, now you in the state you need to be for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for the 6D, meaning you saw past this timeline already to prepare you for what happens in the physical state on this realm because you went past the timeline when you upped your frequency. The timeline on the physical state is going yearly. You can up your shit during these days. You feel me? So yearly is a physical state dealing with ether. The number is expressions of vibration. Okay? So let's say 5 times. Okay, so we had at the 9, it was 1,440 hertz. So at the 12 or the 360, when 5 denoted, which was 2021, okay, 5D denoted 2021, going into 2022. Because I'm saying on a physical state, it was, yeah, like 5D is now still on a physical state. Okay, is on the physical state. That's what's on the planet, 5D. But 6D is settling around 3, 6, east, south, west, and north. Because it has to go each quarter. 1, 2, 3, 4, which deals with um January 27th. That's the gate. Uh, April 27th. That's the gate. October 27th. That's the gate. And April. Oh shit. I meant to say July right here. And October 27th. So 9, right, is what we in right now because December is actually September. And 9 represents September because it's the ninth month. But Virgo represents the Virgin being born, Christ being born. The rebirth is represented by Christ being born in December because 12 is a 3. Okay, so it's the rebirth of Christ energy, which is the rebirth of carbon going into a higher state. But not saying that the thing is, the state is already there. The state of energy is already there outside the firmament. It's just is breaking and giving the energy back to where it came from. That's because it's been blocked out with the magnetics field. The magnetics field was used as a shield to manipulate the energy to make this shit even work. Okay, so these this is explaining Ezekiel's will as a cherubim will because it's 4 faces. You have your lion, your goat, your snake, and the eagle. Okay, you have the eagle. That's dealing with the beast, right? The Kundalini, the fire from the dragon, the Kundalini, the blue flame. So it's dealing with that rising. So 144 plus 90, you get 1,530. So 5D resonated, Hertz had DNA in people resonating with 1,530 hertz, like it was the year 1500, 15, as the year 1530 on memory. From memory, truth reveals globally and breaks firmament. Yeah, I already know this video ain't gonna be able to be watched fully unless it's intriguing to you. But If you have to come back, come back. All right, so it reveals the memory globally. You feel me? Because the hertz, when it hits the planet, you have to remember UV is the sun, triangle down, chi. It send a signal down, and that signal up, and you're just in the middle of it. You feel me? You're picking up on all that shit. So when it changed the air, because that's what they tell you, it changed the air. It changes the air in you, which is the atoms in you. Okay, so it can either go to a higher state or go to a lower state. Okay, because you're the X, you're dealing with this. So as the dimension goes around, you're dealing with this shit, bro. You're dealing with it. And on the 33rd, it's the meridian. Okay, so as it keeps going up and up and up, that's the thing. The energy is getting to where we at as it goes around and around and goes into a higher state. Each year, it goes into a higher dimension. Okay, dealing with Guy, Min, and Shun. Okay, so one circle dimension, another circle. Like I showed you on this one, the three creates the uh the three creates the pyramid down. The six creates the pyramid up. The aura creates the the aura, the magnetics field. Feel me? They just manipulated a natural thing. Feel me? Because it's you. So it's manipulation of you. Unless you walk in your truth, which is everyone consciously walking their truth, then we tear them down. Because really, we just allowing this shit to happen. We don't have to allow this shit to happen. Anyways, it ties to 9 lands. Okay? 8 land masses plus one. Okay? So every time it goes around, this was what happened when it denoted itself in 2017. It denoted the Merkaba of the planet. So then it started rising dimensions on a physical state. That's one, one, one. So now it's creating a solar system of energy within the planet to destroy this fake ass shit. Alright? It's pretty much like a solar system dealing with the dimension. It's just when you're speaking consciously dimensions and going to different realms, that's different. But now the realm is going to be dealing with the dimensions on uh, physical things because the dimensions is just a measurement of time, and time is a measurement of quantum loops. Okay, so getting back to this, the cherubim wheel. Okay, getting back to this, 5D denoted the year 15, the 1500s. Okay, it denoted the 1500s, 1530. Oh shit. 1530, 1610. Just say that a Hertz scale, this was the 5D coming off the sun, hitting Chi and you on the physical state. it put the DNA memory as it was in this year. So 5D, which is already on a physical state, denoted this with the 5 quarters. So say 1530 happened during a gate, and it denoted higher frequencies till we got to 1610 at the next gate, at the next portal, like the Lion's Gate portal. Okay, then it denoted a higher frequency which goes through six 1700s. Okay, so then your memory picked up on it, the hertz, as you were in this year. So when that hertz hit, the DNA picks up as the 1700s. Now you're remembering shit that happened there, and now that's how the truth is being revealed. You see all these people talking and revealing the truth because it's a global consciousness thing. Now they're trying to get some answers out of what people are revealing. That's why they're saying, oh yeah, this not happened at the same time, because as we reveal the truth versus the lie, it breaks the system down. So the more people talk out and reveal the truth and stop being a scary ass bitch, the more people that talks out, it actually breaks it down, because when it comes to the next months, is going to be a skip, a Mandela effect, and that actually is going to help the future. Okay, because the memory was seeing how we fail. Well, this rise is dealing with this rise, but you have to remember what happened back then, what happened and what you so call your future, which is not no future because it's no future, it's just present. The energy is trying to reach where we are really at. We're not really here, okay? This is like a dream, and you're learning to get back to that physical state, okay? We're not really here, okay? That's what y'all need to understand. We are not really here, but from this memory, we can awaken ourselves from wherever the fuck we're at in the year 4000. It's just the hertz is matching back to where we are at, okay? In reality, we're somewhere plugged up because niggas took the jab and failed. Okay? So not saying this shit happened in 2023. I mean, yeah, on the timeline it did. We're past the timeline, y'all. We're plugged up. You see how everything people they were saying you can get plugged, like you take the jab, now you tie it to a loop. How the fuck do you think we keep coming back here? Okay? How do you think we keep coming back here? Because niggas fail taking the jab. The futuristic shit is in the year 3000s. With this science that I'm trying to teach you about the cherubim wheel, the 3000s is inside, deals with the eighth and the ninth dimension. But you have to remember, dimension is a measurement of quantum energy cycles, dealing with hertz and align and geometrical shapes, geometry, which is dealing with alignments, because your cells align itself and create light just like the stars does. People are saying that shit but not taking it seriously. Okay? So 1700s happened in the West, in the West, boom, in a rebirth of itself to get to 6D. That's when you have your 1700s, you have 1790. So 6D, I did something wrong. Yeah, 1790s. So now, from 1790, you have 1790. You have 1880. No, no, something's wrong. Something's wrong. Something's wrong. Something is wrong. See, when you do the math wrong, it throws off the equation. All right, so what did I fuck up? 90 plus 40, which is a 90 represents the triangle because the triangle represents 9 anyways. So 144 plus 90 is 1530. 1530 plus 90 is 16. Yeah, that's where I messed up. 1620. Okay, so that equals 9 again. Okay, so 17. Okay, 16 plus 20 equals 1710. And then 1710 plus 1710 plus 90 equals the 1800s. So the 1800s is actually where 60 starts. See, I was saying 1890s, but that is when it actually starts. So you have your 1890, then you have your 20. Oh shit. So I was saying something wrong, but I'm still right. So, all right, so you have your 1890, your 20. Oh shit. You have your 20 um to no 1980, then 2070. Oh, so guys, unless I'm doing it wrong right now and it was doing it right at first, you might got more time till the Mandela. Because the thing is, 2023 is in between this 6D cycle, making it a common era between AD and BC parallel. Okay, that's where we're at. We're in this, literally in the six. This realm was in the six. All right. Well, we're in the sixth dimension. If we were told in history, it would be compared to numerology of other times, like the ninth. Hold on. What would have been the sixth? The 15th century. That would tie to the sixth dimension. Shit like that. The sixth and the fifth period of time, dealing with the Carboniferous period and the Devonian age and the Persian age, the Peruvian age. That ties to the fifth and sixth dimension that was on a physical state. Okay, there's a difference between dimension on a physical state and dimensions dealing with consciousness and dimensions dealing with your frequency and your body because you can go higher. You can be in a whole, you could be in a higher dimension while on the physical, the six. Like most of us is going to be goddamn on the 19th. Wow, still in the six because the awakened one is going to be where you're already at, giving your clone guidance. Okay, that's called a natural clone when you go outside of your body and go into another one. Okay, it's just if you don't awaken yourself this time, it's shut off because you're going to be in a fucking robot unless you awaken yourself. This plugged up shit is to transform you into that. You feel me? But just like before you die, you have your life flashed out in front of you. That's what's happening in life, or what we call life, living on this realm on Kai. Is a is a death device. Okay, but to awaken yourself out the coma, because you're literally in a real coma plugged up. To awaken yourself, you have to awaken yourself in this realm, in this dream, just like how you do in any dream. You have to get out of darkness. Okay, this is how we getting out, by getting back to balance. It's just like you live in another life, live in another dream. You're in another realm. You have to realize who you really are. Okay, how would you remember all this shit? The Akashi records is you. They gave it a name because they was able to access you. How? Through manipulating your energy, by manipulating the timelines. That's what Chronica did. The Akashic Records is actually called a cron job, tied to an automatic system called a Unix system, which is a replica of the universal system. Okay? So either way, how I even said it, if this is the right way, then July. Okay, this will be July, October, um, January, and then this will be April. If this is the wrong way and it's like this, it's just going back. I don't really feel like doing all of that right now. If you pick up the point, then you get what I'm saying. Because this is how I was saying it right here this whole time. Okay? And I was saying, this is July, this is October, this is January, and this is April. That's 4 quarters, dealing with the 27th. That's how I was saying it. And I was saying 2023 will be in this cycle right here. So when it goes into another quarter, it goes literally past where we're at now, or thinking we're at, because 2023 is a hertz. Okay? So the energy is matching the grid, or the timestamp. The hertz is matching timestamp. Time checkpoint. Okay? So it matches the time checkpoint, and when it goes past, it's a Mandela effect. Because your DNA is going to start picking up on a futuristic path. Because we think only 2023, and then history, you feel me? You don't think anything dealing with memory of ours past 2023, because illusion time. We're way past that. We fell in the year 4000. Okay? Or 369. Or the year 3693. The rebirth of the 9 deals with a frequency 4000 hertz because the sun is a G4, which deals with 4000. The 6D going into from here, from here to here, this jump going into the 2000s deals with V2 filling G2 from sun. But that's a charge that deals with the shift dealing with sarcoma, the cancerous cell that deletes genes, creating an immunodeficiency called COVID. Alright, entertainment purposes only. Um, so the thing is, as it goes around the 360, it goes into a higher state. But your DNA picks up on the energy as resonates with the hertz as the year would end. Just like when all this shit is over, we're going to be dealing with a different timeline. We're going to be dealing with 4000 hertz and higher when the timeline is done with, which is after 2029. The sun is going to be emitting 4000 hertz and higher. Well, the sun that we're going to be dealing with is going to be emitting 4000 hertz or higher, which is going to deal with a different timeline, which is dealing with higher dimensions. So, on a physical state, planet Kai is going to be dealing with higher dimensional frequencies, dealing with 4000 hertz and higher. Okay, we're in the six. We're dealing with the lion, the goat, the snake, and the eagle being four states of carbon, dealing with its cherubim wheel. It goes higher and higher as the carbon activates and go into a higher state. It's just like energy. One makes two, then that denotes three, which is C gamma, and then comes back up and denotes four, which is D delta, which is ultra UV, up and down, light receiving above and below, left and right, Aquarius. You see, Gemini connects above and below, and Libra represents left and right, dealing with the grid. You are the grid. So, if, say, if I was to get a lot of subscribers, right, and people start to follow me and actually listen to what I was actually saying, I know sometimes I'm not spitting it out right, but I'm the only one that can explain it, and I know that for sure. I can even show you my the way I do it, but you have to truly understand to be able to explain it because everyone is able to explain it. But from here going higher, I'm the only one that I know that can explain this shit. but I'm not the only one that can resonate with it because you have a piece in you that's going to go with it. Figure out your piece. This is what I'm going to say is my piece. I say it's some Tahuti shit too. I mean, past life memories, right? It's just I'm saying 2023 deals with, on the Hertz scale, it deals with an activation dealing with six carbon, okay? Because where Kai is traveling through the sixth dimension, okay? That's why you're dealing with six dimensional frequencies. Well, it's not, the energy from the sixth dimension is traveling to Kai on a physical state. Let's say that, which deals with the ether. And anything outside of you dealing with the energy is dealing with the inside of you, dealing with the energy and how it forms. So if the air is being activated, the sixth ether is being activated, that means six ether genetics is being activated. Also, the carbon in you, the genetics in you. Then the seven is being activated starting April. Then the nine, the eight and the nine, and so on and so on. Get what I'm saying? It's just at the nine, the timeline literally breaks once nine ether settles. The nine ether is going to break the timeline, the automated system, because the pole shift is what the automated system is set to. So now, from the six ether to the nine ether is really going to be even more of a war. This is the next phase. There's three phases. It's really four phases. Everyone say three, but people don't realize the 12 was used for the expression as a rebirth of itself. You get to the nine state, you can't denote yourself into a higher state unless you denote itself into a higher state. What is denoting itself into a higher state? We are. So the plan is denoting itself into a higher state also because this is our body and we control this bitch. We have dominion over it because it's our body. Just like you have dominion over commanding your body what to do until you have no control of your body because of diseases and shit like that and shutdowns to your system. That's what happened when the parasites came. They made a replica system, used our science, and pretty much reversed it by being a reflection of itself, being the darkness. What is white and black together? Some Zeta gray shit. But anyways, yeah, some gray shit, bro. The government working with them and everything. And also ties to Yakub, because he won his mom and he wants to get back to a normal being at a normal state. He looks like a gray because he got manipulated himself, and the consciousness of his wife or sister is being used. Okay, peace.